Hey there, Manna Church. Welcome back to our Morning Manna series in the middle of our sermon series, It's Complicated, in Manna Live and Manna Online.
Each day this week, we are discussing a topic related to parenting children, and today we are going to discuss the topic of burdens. As we grow older, we discover that while the decisions may not change, the burden of that decision changes. We all need food from the moment we are born, but the action of taking care of a meal grows as we mature and get older. In much the same way, as our children grow, the burden of what to tell them and when to tell them changes.
So yesterday, Rachel made the statement of this devotional series when she quoted from Matthew chapter 11, verse 30. In this passage, Jesus says, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." As believers, we spend a great deal of our time learning how to cast our cares and our burdens upon our Savior. And in the exact same way, our children are given to us so that we can teach them which burdens to carry and when to carry them.
When we look at Jesus' sacrifice on the cross, we see the complete sacrifice that paid our debt completely. Because of this, I challenged us yesterday to consider the question, is what I'm about to say going to lighten the child's burden or make it heavier? As I said yesterday, sometimes that answer to their question doesn't change, but by running it through the filter of that question, it can change the way my answer is heard by their ears.
Okay, so get practical with me. Perfect, thank you for asking. As far as you can control, preserve children's innocence for as long as you can. Relationships are complex. Their changing bodies are complex. Your own marital status or difficulties or changes can be very, very complex. And we must remember to do our dead level best to lighten our children's burdens and load and not add to their burden and their load. This doesn't mean ignore things that need to be talked about, but it absolutely governs how we walk about those topics, how we walk around them, talk about it, never angry, never bitter, never by gossiping or using unwholesome talk. This lightens your burden, but it can be crushing for your children to bear.
I know some of you are concerned by the burden being added to your children in school or on the bus or even by what their friends are saying. And this is why it is so vital and important to be investing into their lives. In order to have the standing of being the burden lifter or burden bearer in their lives, you have to demonstrate real and genuine care for them and their feelings and what they're going through. You might set a time each week to let them talk to you unfiltered. Decide before this that you will react to none of what they say. Act on what they say 100% of the time, but reaction never gets you where you want to go.
That's right. You can say the right thing and be reacting when you say it and end up being wrong. But the right thing, said the right way, is always right. We hope we've been helpful, and as always, we're here to help. Drop us an email at contact@manna.church and use our names, Rachel and Chris. We'll read it and we will respond. See you.